If you're turning 60 or anywhere close, you need to hear this. Because after working with hundreds of retirees over the years, there's a pattern I can't ignore. The majority of people, no matter how much they've saved or planned, end up saying the exact same words once they hit retirement. I wish I had made different decisions when I turned 60. And the truth is, by the time most people realize it, it's already too late to fix easily. The good news, if you're still in your late 50s or early 60s, you have a golden window right now to get ahead of the mistakes that cost most of the regret later on. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 6 biggest changes retirees wish they had made when they turned 60, financially, emotionally, and personally, so you can make smarter moves today and live retirement on your terms. Hey, it's Mark Wisniewski, the president of Southern Incomes. At Southern Incomes, we help people just like you retire with more control, more confidence, and more financial clarity. If you enjoy content about smarter retirement planning, tax strategies, and building a sustainable legacy, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video. It really helps us continue creating valuable content for you. Now let's dive in. Change number 1, they wish they had tested the retirement budget earlier. Too many retirees think, once I stop working, I'll just spend less. But that assumption often doesn't hold up. People forget that retirement doesn't just come with more free time. It also comes with unexpected costs, new hobbies, more travel, rising insurance premiums, inflation, even helping out adult children or grandkids. One of the biggest regrets retirees share is not test driving their retirement budget before actually retiring. Those who did a practice retirement by living off of their projected budget while still working gained valuable insight into their real spending habits. It helped them spot those gaps, adjust their plans, and enter retirement with confidence. If you're still working and within 3 to 5 years of retiring, simulate retirement by living off your anticipated income today. That includes what you expect to receive from Social Security, pensions, or portfolio withdrawals. Doing this gives you clarity around whether your budget is going to be realistic and time to make the adjustments before it's too late. Change number 2, they wish they had started tax planning in their 50s, not their 60s. Many retirees realize too late that retirement isn't just about saving money. It's also about how you withdraw that money. And that's where tax planning becomes critical. If you wait until you're already retired to start thinking about taxes, you're missing the opportunity to reposition your assets during the most flexible years, your 50s and early 60s. Why does this matter? Because once required minimum distributions or RMDs kick in at 73, you're forced to take taxable withdrawals whether you need the money or not, often pushing you into a higher tax bracket, triggering surcharges on your Medicare and even impacting your Social Security taxes. Had you started earlier, you could have done small strategic Roth conversions at lower tax rates, shifted taxable investments into more tax efficient assets, created buckets for taxable, tax-deferred, and tax-free money, giving you more control over your income and also your tax exposure. Instead, many retirees find themselves trapped in higher taxes, fewer options, and less flexibility overall. Remember, the government is your silent partner in your retirement accounts. Unless you actively manage your tax exposure early, you're letting them claim a bigger share than necessary. If you're in your late 50s or even just entering your 60s, it's not too late. But the earlier that you create a proactive tax plan, the longer you can stretch those retirement dollars. Change number 3, they wish they had factored in healthcare costs before 65. Many retirees underestimate just how expensive healthcare can be, especially those in early retirement years before Medicare kicks in at age 65. They retire at 60 or 62 only to be hit with the harsh reality. Private health insurance for a couple can cost $1,000 or $2,000 per month, and it often comes with higher deductibles and limited coverage. This becomes even more stressful if you have a pre-existing condition, you want to keep your preferred doctors, you haven't set aside a specific healthcare fund. What most retirees wish they had done was create a clear bridge plan for the years between retirement and Medicare eligibility eligibility. So this could mean budgeting specifically for healthcare premiums, utilizing an HSA or health savings account if you're still working part-time just to maintain that employer-sponsored health insurance, or factoring in coverage gaps and long-term care risks. Healthcare can feel like a moving target, but ignoring it can derail your retirement faster than almost anything else out there. By not planning early, many people are forced to delay retirement, withdraw more than they planned, or worse, have to return to work just to cover medical costs. Don't let health insurance become your biggest surprise expense. If retirement is on the horizon, and if you're under 65, make healthcare planning a non-negotiable part of your strategy. Change number 4. They wish they had downsized sooner. One of the most overlooked financial and lifestyle decisions in retirement is housing. For many retirees, the house that they raised a family in becomes an emotional anchor, but also a financial liability. Downsizing isn't just about moving into a smaller space. It's about aligning your lifestyle with your priorities, lower costs, lower stress, and more freedom. Many retirees wish they had asked themselves sooner, do I still need this much space? Is maintaining this home draining my time, my energy, or my money? What could I do with the equity trapped in this property? Holding on to a big home often means higher property taxes, more maintenance, unexpected repairs, and ongoing costs that aren't going away just because you decided to retire. And if your income becomes more fixed over time, those expenses can feel heavier every single year. Beyond the financials, downsizing could also unlock new lifestyle opportunities. It can mean moving closer to family, accessing better health care, or simply relocating to a more walkable, retiree-friendly community. But here's the reality. Making this move sooner rather than later gives you more flexibility and control. Waiting until your 70s or even your 80s to downsize often means dealing with it under pressure, either due to health concerns or after a major life change. Retirees frequently tell us they wish they had made decisions earlier when they had the energy to sort this out, to sell and resettle on their own terms, not out of necessity. That equity could have gone to travel, investing, or even gifting to family while still alive to enjoy it. If you're in your late 50s or early 60s, now is the time to ask, am I living where I want to grow older or just where I've always been? Change number 5. They wish they had prioritized creating guaranteed income. One of the most common regrets retirees have isn't about saving too little. It's about not securing predictable income from what they did save. In the early years of retirement, many people feel financially confident because they see a large balance in that retirement account. But what they often don't realize is that retirement isn't about how much you've saved. It is about how well that money is going to pay you month after month. Without a solid income plan, retirees tend to second guess every spending decision. They hesitate to travel, help family, or even enjoy their retirement, not because they can't afford it, but because they aren't sure if they can afford it. Here's where guaranteed income changes the entire game. Whether it's from a pension, Social Security, annuities, or structured withdrawals, retirees with a plan for consistent monthly income tend to experience less stress, more predictable spending, and greater confidence that they won't run out of money. Unfortunately, many retirees still wait until their 70s after facing market volatility or even those rising living costs before they seek out a way to make their income more reliable. By then, it's harder to optimize. Those who build a guaranteed income plan in their early 60s or even in their late 50s often discover that they can spend more, worry less, and make better long-term decisions because they know the essentials are going to be covered. The takeaway: don't wait until you're feeling uncertain. Prioritize building income streams that last as long as you do. Change number 6. They wish they had talked to their spouse earlier about retirement. One of the most overlooked parts of retirement planning isn't financial, it's relational. Many retirees look back and say, I wish we talked more seriously about retirement together before we got here. Why does this matter so much? Because retirement isn't just about money. It's a complete life transition. And if you and your spouse aren't on the same page, it can create friction, confusion, or even resentment down the road. Here are a few things retirees wish wish they'd worked through earlier with their spouse. What kind of lifestyle do we both want in retirement? How much are we really planning to travel, relocate, or downsize? Do we agree on when to take Social Security? What does enough look like for each of us? How will we divide our time, responsibilities, and spending in retirement? Without alignment, one spouse might be trying to preserve the nest egg while the other is eager to enjoy it. Want to work part-time while the other is ready to retire yesterday. Couples who talk through these questions early tend to be more united, more confident in their decisions, and more relaxed once retirement actually begins. So, if you're within 5 years of retirement and haven't sat down to map it out together, it's not too late. But the sooner you do, the better. Planning for retirement is more about just investments and numbers that you see on a spreadsheet. It's about creating a life that you don't want to escape from. A life that's been thoughtfully planned, realistically prepared for, and aligned with what matters most to you. If you're in your 50s or your 60s, now is the time to make these changes, because when you reach retirement, it's the changes that you didn't make that tend to hurt the most. Don't wait to feel the regret so many retirees face. Be proactive, get clarity, and build a plan that lasts. If you're ready to talk through your retirement goals with someone who understands the full picture, click the link in the description to book a time with me. Let's make sure you don't have to look back with a "I wish I had." Instead, look forward with confidence.